I had a wonderful time last night on a video chat with Ace Theo. He does live video chats now, so it was great. Few people joined, and it's fellowship, and you have like a live thing where you can actually message on the video and everything, so it was great. Also, my son Jacob, he got the job as a security guard, so I was pretty happy about that. He was nervous in the interview and all that, but he did get it, so it's good. So thank you for joining me today. We have this part of the reading, the Son of His Love. The echo of this form of address is heard in the Father's affectionate voice when He called to His Son from the heavens. Thou art my Son, the beloved, in Thee I delight. Mark chapter 1, verse 11. Yet this fond form of addressing the Son holds in it a still deeper truth, to which we are led by means of similar scriptures. What a privilege it is for us to know of God's earliest act, and how precious to see, in the first revelation of our Savior, the unveiling of God's love. My cat's up there meowing in the window, wanting to get out. When we meditate a little upon this glorious truth, our hearts begin to jubilate over the blessed fact that the Almighty and omniscient God is love, and that this is the cause and channel of the plan of creation, and that the whole universe finds its source in this love. As it was already in God, united to the Son of His love, it was in the sphere of His affections, and every creature which afterward was created in and through the Son of His love is also included. What rest, what happiness, what peace comes to our innermost being through this knowledge. To be sure, at first we see God's love only in relation to His Son, and it operates only for His sake. But because of the unity then already existing between the Son and the universe, the creation of the firstborn is typical of all the rest. Like the first, the following also are the fruit of His love. Thoughtful creatures, those who believe in God as the Creator, may ask the question, what is it that God cherishes? How does He feel about those whom He has called into existence? A God who is limitless in His existence and boundless in His greatness. What are the emotions which actuate His almighty power? What was His object in creating intelligent creatures? Yea, such thoughtful human beings, who are absolutely dependent upon Him in life and in death, and subject to His mercy, realize that not merely much, but all depends on Him. If the attitude of such a God is not good, the whole universe must necessarily look forward to nothing but continual catastrophes forever, quote unquote, forever. We see the results of such ignorance among the people who worship their idols. They live in continual fear, because in their ignorance, they take it that the power that controls their fate is bad rather than good. By means of small as well as great sacrifices, they seek to influence them favorably in order to fiend the impending evil. What a life it must be to dread the very thought of the disposer. Alas, that the tenets of orthodoxy or Christendom are not so very different from this. But God gives us more than satisfactory answers to this weighty question. In His testimony concerning His Son, we have the fatherly assurance, be confident and fearless. Yea, rejoice, for I am love. All my planning and doing is determined by my love. As certainly as I have begun thus, so surely will the consummation end in love. And this love starts to shine forth in the very first revelation concerning His Son, indicating to us that its exhibition is to be found in and through Him alone. When we think of God's boundless being and greatness and power, and realize that these determine the dimension of His love, this gives us an intimation of its limitless height and depth. To fully reveal it, the creation is by no means sufficient. It must first fall into its present lost condition, where it feels its need, before there is a background for the display of God's affection, through the salvation brought by Christ and his cross. In view of the necessity of the cross, we must judge Satan's activities quite differently than is usual. Because God's love can be fully displayed only where enmity and hate have done their utmost against him. And because this is the special function of the adversary, he has really only done and will do that which must promote God's great plan. We now perceive that the expression, the Son of his love, is one of the most potent of the revelations of God's heart. Quite clearly can we see the work of Christ through it, to which his Father has called him. A full unfolding of this follows in the epistle to the Colossians. To this we will now turn. And that's where we'll go on Monday. The image of the invisible God. Amazing. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful weekend and Friday, and we will see you Monday.